Hi everyone, Nicole here from Big Mountain Kitchen. I'm just going to do a quick product tour for the Cuisinart Grind and Brew. This is the 12-cup built-in burr grinder coffee maker that is absolutely fantastic if you really love your coffee and you want one of the best experiences and you're willing to do a little bit of work. So I'm going to show you there's a couple of places you really need to watch, and in the instruction booklet it only gives it one little line, so pay attention to this. So I just pulled this unit out of the box. It is brand new. The one part that I always show customers, when you want to pop out the grinder or the grind basket, there's a button on the side. You pop that open. This is where all the mechanisms happen on the inside here. So this, I can't remember what they call this, the lid, grinder lid. This spins around, and what it allows it to happen is the ground beans to come through from the grinder into the basket, but then once it's done, it closes it all off so that you don't get any steam escaping. So it's really important that this functions properly. Now, the robots are not that smart. On here, there is a small triangle, and then there on the cogs here, there is another small triangle. So if you can see that on the picture there, here I've got them lined up. That's how this unit goes into the brew basket. So when it's in there, you need to line that up before you close the door. It'll do its own thing after that. You'll be emptying that every time you brew because that's where the spent grounds will be. Now for the top part here, especially if you like our local coffee here in Revelstoke, it is a little bit oilier. Anytime you have oily beans going through a burr grinder and steam, you have the potential to make a mess. So if you clean it on a regular basis, it won't be a problem. So if you get in the habit of cleaning every time you make coffee, then you don't have to worry, when was the last time I cleaned that out? A lot simpler. So I'm just gonna take this apart real quick while we're chatting here. This is the hopper that fits at the top of the unit. So this guy fits on, no, it was that. That was right. I wish I had one of these in my house, but I don't. So there's a dial here, that is the unlock function. It's locking into that part. So you're gonna push it in. There we go. So this is where this pops open, and that's where the grinds go into the bottom to brew your coffee. You can see how it's open right now. It's ready to start because we lined up those dials. There we go. Now I've got it. So that springs in and that locks in. So now it's all secured. You can load your beans in there, and now it's ready to grind and brew. So the settings will take care of that. So every time this empties all the way out, I recommend unlocking this, taking it right off. It comes with a little cleaning brush. Brush all of this out, especially into this little hole here. Make sure there's no buildup or anything building up in there. That'll happen over time. If you clean every time, you won't get buildup, which is way nicer. So then that'll go through. The other thing I always watch on the thermal carafes from Cuisinart, these are fantastic carafes. Inside this lid, there's a little mechanism that lets the coffee go in but keeps the steam from escaping. So it'll hold hot for hours. If you can hear that rattle, that means this is a clean, brand new machine. When you are cleaning your carafe, and you always should rinse these out all the time, rinse out the lid. So flush water through that. Somehow coffee grinds get everywhere. And what'll happen sometimes, we'll hear from customers a couple of years later that the coffee maker is spilling everywhere. It's because the lid jammed up. We can replace these. We try to keep one in stock. So if it ever happens to you and you don't hear that rattle, let us know. We can replace just that part because the whole thing is a bit much to get into. Otherwise, the settings are a little bit to get used to. Read the manual, follow along. If you have any questions, please reach out. We're always happy to help. These machines will take care of you and give you a great coffee every day. Nicole here from Big Mountain Kitchen. Have a great day, guys.